when I can have a thought in my head, or have absolutely no thought but still start off talking. Isn't that weird? Yeah, anyway, whatever. But, I'm gonna have to be doing this a lot, recording like this, because I don't smoke cigarettes. And it's easier now. Since talking about it, it's easier. And I know it's not a whole day entirely, but it's easier talking about this. While I'm nicking or not, I don't know, but it's easier because I can feel what I'm saying, and therefore I can articulate it better in a sense. You know, I don't know. I just know that it's a very powerful thing, this addiction. I mean, if someone woke up and gave me a cigarette right now, you know I would not smoke it. See, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care. They had weed, I wouldn't smoke it. My reason is because, you know, I pretty much made a promise to myself. And it was that simple. It's a promise to myself. I made a promise to myself. I didn't make a promise to my mom. I didn't make a promise to my siblings. I didn't make a promise to nobody except myself. And look, it's the way it is, man. No more smoking. And plus, anyone have to come up with no money to smoke. So, I don't know. Just being completely honest with people sometimes is better. Because I think back on a lot of the stuff that like when I meet people, I want to be completely free to meet a person. You know, look them in the eye or not look them in the eye. You know, sometimes if you don't look a person in the eye, you try to put on myself personally, I try to put on a poker face, you know, if I'm not looking them in the eye. And if I do look them in the eye, I try to put on a poker face. Now, I could just completely ignore everyone, but then I would seem stuck up. I could be very nice to everyone, but then for a Hosea Birchfield, that's overkill. I don't want to make it seem like I'm afraid. And again, I don't really care. But I don't want people to think that I'm afraid when I'm not afraid. Or I don't want people to think that I'm sad when I'm not sad. Neither do I want them to think that I'm happy when I'm not happy. I just simply do not want them to think of me. Just don't think of me. I am fine. I don't need my mother, my father, my brothers, my sisters, no one. I do not want people to think about me. I mean, if you knew how much of a waste of air I am. Yeah, now I am. But back then I wasn't. Back then, even though I did the dirt, well, it made me write the things that I write. I mean, I write poetry, you know? So, now I can honestly say that I'm not the, you know, I wrote this poem called A Guy. It's called A Guy I Once Knew. It goes like this, it says, we all have skills that come naturally, effortless acts that could shape our fate. Often trapped in the mind because we haven't got time, they'll run into their expiration date. I would like to tell a story of a talented man who thought his life had no real worth. He was headed for hell till he hit county jail. Now in Christ, he has a new birth. Out in the world, he thought he was free, partying hard every night and day. He later found out what that lifestyle's about. He was one of many, the devil's slaves. It came to a point everything was a haze, never being sober for a moment of clarity. Bottles of tequila and bottles of gin kept his life in such utter misery. After all said and done, he was thrown in jail, lost all he had, including his wife. Bad as it may seem, I'll tell you one thing. that jail is what saved his life. Feelings of loneliness and heartfelt depression is all I could read in his eyes. Facial expressions of unexplained anger he only used as an emotional disguise. These moments of sobriety helped him realize there's more to life than meets physical sight. With the Lord on your side, there's nothing to hide. Through him, things are sure to be alright. I met this guy the day of his birth. From what I wrote, it is clear to see. I know where he's been because he is my best friend. This fellow I speak of is me. You know something I'll tell you. I try to think of ways and stuff that I could be useful to this world, as opposed to this deadbeat that you see in front of me. Not only am I a deadbeat dad, I'm not a good husband. The husband and father is out of the picture. I'm pretty much a pushover in a sense, because materialism doesn't bother me that much. The having it or the not having it. Now it's even more so because I don't have any addictions. No, scratch that. I have addictions, but I don't have any addictions. What else do I need money for? Except